There's no meeting. They just met me, have a discussion. So they posed this same old question, which Anwar Ibrahim posed to me previously in Parliament, on the sideline of debates in Parliament. I said that I'm prepared to head the caucus at that time, but at that time also it was mooted that it's just on oil royalty. But on reflection, I thought, why not we use this caucus, if it is ever formed, to not just discuss oil royalty, but many other things which are related to federal-state relations. And in fact, all this stems out of that we become fast becoming a unitary state. And well, while you are still in power at the center, wielding enormous powers over the states, it's okay. But now the federal government doesn't have that much power. After all, they've lost Perak for a while. Now they lost Selangor, they have lost Penang, they have lost Kedah, they have lost Kelantan, and they've lost virtually Wilayah Persekutuan, most of the seats there. So it's high time we think of this federal-state relationship. After all, where does the federal government come from? It comes from the states, because the state entity which is sovereign, you know, in accordance with the federal constitution. And to form this caucus, therefore, you need fair soundings, you know, of the members of parliament who are involved. If it's oil, then you have to talk to those members of parliament who would represent the states which produce oil, like Sabah, Sarawak, Terengganu, Kelantan. So I was thinking members of parliament from these states should come on board, maybe 2 from each state. Not necessarily with the consent of the state governments concerned, but probably through a private consultation and agreement, they volunteer to sit on this caucus. But maybe to enlarge it further, we do not confine just to these 4 states, because we are going to broach many other subjects which affect federal-state relationship, and therefore I'm suggesting that we even bring 1 member of parliament from each state, you know, so that we can discuss all these problems that we face. But like local government problems, you know, not about local government election, but local government problems. There's always shortage of fund, you know, to provide all the amenities and facilities for local government. How to maintain roads, how to maintain electric lights, street lights, how to maintain drainage and all that, you know. At the moment you get these balancing grants coming from the federal government, but it's not done properly, you know. Although the constitution provides for it under schedule, I can't remember what, in the constitution. But it's not done in a manner that should be done, you know, in order to equip the local government areas, like the district council, the urban councils, the town councils, or city council areas. So I thought we should look into this. And after all, it's not a question of weightage in terms of representation, because we're not going to vote. We're just going to discuss. It's free for all, and we members of parliament are entitled to discuss this. We do not need consent of the parties, our respective parties. We're going to discuss affairs affecting the people. Hasn't started. I asked a few of the members of parliament, especially from states that are controlled by the Barisan Nasional. They were a bit hesitant, although they are keen to come on board, because the idea was mooted by Anwar. To me, it doesn't matter who moots the idea. If it's good for the people, we'll do it. You know, that's how I look at it. Probably I'm different from others, But if it is good, and it's only a forum for a discussion. No decision can be taken unless you amend the constitution or you amend the laws, right? So I haven't got the answer from the BN side yet. Well, I've not said yes to them, but we're still talking, you see. Yes, even the form, what are the subjects? Before we decide to form the caucus, what are the things we want to discuss anyway?
So you're still in discussion?
Yes, yes.
You're not finalizing?
And not just oil. Definitely oil is out, because I don't agree with that, because in 5-6 years time there's no more oil to talk about.
7 years, no.
Yeah, maybe. So I'm more interested in talking things which the constitution underpins, you know, the government relations vis-a-vis state, federal.
So how long will it take for you to materialize?
Well, if everybody agrees with my view of thinking, not only mine, but everybody's consensus, then I think we will have it as quickly as we can.